Hello everyone! I already did part of the legendary questline during the beta time, but on the live servers I was able to get further into the questline, so I figured it'd be a good idea to share some of the story with those who haven't seen it yet, or for those who are interested in a little bit more background information. That said, do keep in mind that spoilers are coming, so if you want to do the questline for yourself, and we're going to do up to the part of the Blackrock Foundry, so if you still want to do it yourself, you might want to turn off the video to avoid spoilers. Right, for those sticking around, let's take a quick look at what happened so far and then we can talk about the legendary questline. During the Teron'gor jungle questing, we had to disconnect the Dark Portal and we had to make sure that the Iron Horde could no longer use the portal to invade our Azeroth. To do this, we had to liberate Cho'gal, Teron'gor and Gul'dan, and they were used by the Iron Horde to power the portal, and this wasn't exactly what Gul'dan had in mind. He was ready to sell out his people to the Burning Legion, he was ready to offer the demon blood and make them slaves, but our Garrosh prevented this. He traveled back in time with the Bronze Deck and Kairos Dormu, he informed Gromar's Hellscream about what was going on, he spoiled all of Gul'dan's plans. Garrosh wasn't done there though, he then still created the Horde, only now it was an Iron Horde and it wasn't enslaved to the Legion. This Horde would be his Iron Horde and they would get the vengeance Garrosh desired by conquering our planet and taking us out. Naturally we couldn't let this happen, so as soon as we found out that the Iron Horde was invading, we got our troops ready, we kicked the Iron Horde's butt and we stepped through the red portal and took the battle to the Iron Horde.
Do not delay, mortal. I can feel the life essence of your armies fading. There will be time for regret later. We will meet again.
We managed to disconnect the portal, but by doing so, we created a larger problem, since now Gul'dan is free and he's not done yet. He's always been about getting more power, and Khadgar, he realizes that sooner or later we'll have to deal with this orc. It will have to be later though, since at that moment we first have to escape the Teron'gor jungle and we set sail for either Shadowmoon Valley if you're Alliance or Frostfire Ridge if you're Horde. In each zone we take care of business, we secure the area and we build up our garrison. Eventually Khadgar he summons us since he wants to find out more about Gul'dan's plans and make sure that whatever he's trying to do, we make sure that he fails. This story is pretty mirrored for both sides. Of course the Horde they party with the orcs while Alliance parties with the Draenor, but overall the story is the same.
Together we will defeat the Shadow Council.
We spy on Gul'dan and we discover what he's up to.
Rise, old friends. The time has come for the next step of my plan. Teron'gor, infiltrate the Ocuni and take control of Auchendoun. Plead them dry. It will be done, Lord Gul'dan. Cho'gal, we'll finish your Frostfire business together. I'm sending you to Nagrand to subjugate the Naru and Ashogun. I will crush it!
The pale and the key.
All I require is its limitless power. Razun, you stay here. I have other plans for... What is that? What are you looking at? It's all fun and games until...
We find out that Gul'dan and his crew they're in search of more power, so naturally we'll have to stop them. Khadgar he summons us to his tower since he's concerned about Gul'dan and the additional threat that he creates, but before we begin, we must first create a link between us and Khadgar. He sends us away to collect a ring from High Stage Verix in Skyreach, and with the ring, Khadgar will not only be able to communicate with us, it will also grant us more power.
I think this is the beginning of a very powerful partnership, my friend. Good luck.
We take down the High Sage, we collect the ring, and we deliver it to the Archmage. With that task done, Khadgar explains the situation.
As powerful as I am, I cannot be everywhere at once. But you, Commander, are my greatest resource. Between the skill of your allies and the might of your garrison, there is not a stronghold that can withstand you. Under your leadership, The full might of the Alliance Expeditionary Force will engage the Iron Horde. but I will be concentrating on the single greatest threat to the safety of Azeroth. Gul'dan, darkness incarnate. In all my years, Gul'dan is the craftiest, most diabolical foe I have ever encountered. I hold myself accountable for his release. We must find and eliminate Gul'dan and his nascent Shadow Council network. With your help, I can track him down. I will ask a great deal of you. I will task you to the very edge of your abilities. But I will also help you as much as I am able. Together we will create for you an artifact of legendary power. With a core forged from the heart of Draenor's sun, this ring is a foundation upon which we will build a wonder. There, it is done. Now to find Gul'dan.
A lot of you have been asking me about Khadgar and the changes to his character, like why does he look younger, why does he wield a Tish, is there perhaps something more going on here? And the simple answer is we simply don't know. You can give the younger look a reason, since they did give him a new model, but why he wields a Tish, that's uncertain. I've also been asked why and how Khadgar knows so much about Gul'dan, and the reason for this is that Khadgar, he had to face off against our Gul'dan and his horde in our reality. Khadgar, he's a son of Lothar, which means that he fought against the original Horde, and not only that, he also used the Skull of Gul'dan to close the Dark Portal. This skull, you might have seen it in Illidan's hands, it had the ability to communicate, to manipulate from beyond the grave, so it's not surprising that Khadgar fears Gul'dan. This orc, he played a massive role in the corruption of the First Horde, in the invasion of Azeroth, and knowing that he's on the loose, that he can do whatever he wants, who knows what he can do if left unchecked. Now in order to stop Gul'dan, we'll first have to find him, and to find him, we'll have to collect some ingredients for a magical spell. Khadgar asked of us to collect a core of flame, a core of iron and a core of life for his spell, while also collecting 4,986 Apexis crystals to power up our ring. He needs exactly 4,986 crystals, 4,985 is inadequate, 4,987 is of course absurd. With the items and crystals in our possession, we return to the Archmage, who received news that the Shadow Council, it has infiltrated Gul'dan. This is our chance to take out Teron'gor, a major piece of the chessboard, so we go in and we try to stop the orc.
Who knew the Draenor held such delicious treasures in their temple? Do you dare challenge me, defenders of Gul'dan? Such decadence. It will all burn. Gul'dan. Such foolishness. This gift. So much more than you could ever know. Long have I waited, hungered to be more. And now all shall bow before me.
It seems like this gift of Gul'dan gives Teron'gor all the power that he needs, so he doesn't care about Gul'dan anymore. And we see a similar thing happen with Cho'gal in Oshu'gan.
Cho'gal, I sent you here to enslave this thing. Where is my power, ogre? Your power?
It's my power!
You will obey, disciple. Hand over its reins. I think not.
We're done taking orders from you.
We've learned much from Quore.
We're writing a book.
You're insane. Run away, old man!
Soon, Heimel will burn. Then, the world.
Gul'dan, he doesn't have the most loyal of friends. Now, we try to take out Teron'gor to prevent him from doing any more damage, but before we get the chance, he jumps off the platform and it's uncertain what exactly happened to him. We take the blood of Teron'gor back to Khadgar, who can use it to track down members of the Shadow Council, especially Gul'dan.
Follow me, Commander. Once we locate Gul'dan, we may have to move quickly. My eyes are open. Vam Shalak, Omeshis, Kaztolim. Come on, come on. Where are you? Wait. Here. What? Hiding. He's countering my spell. Champion, killing Teron'gor must have shaken him up. That's good. But now he knows we're getting closer. We need more power.
More power is required, and Khadgar has a plan. It was the Bronze Dragon Kairos Dormu that helped Garrosh escape and bring him to this reality, so getting to Kairos would help Khadgar recalibrate his magic to this era of Draenor. In the Grand, we get help of another Bronze Dragon, Chromie herself, and together we try to track down Kairos, dead or alive.
Come back in one piece. The trail will not be easy to follow. Start by heading east.
We'll track you from the air. Follow the trail of time anomalies like this. Here, it looks like Garrosh came down this way alone after he first arrived on Draenor. But where was Kairos?
Look at Garrosh. His hands are bound, but he's alone. When did he and Kairos part ways?
That ogre shouldn't be here. Something strange must have happened up on this ridge.
Who is that?
That's Kairos in disguise. Garrosh killed him. But where is the body?
We must be close. Is this him?
It is. The final resting place of Kairos Dormu.
Betrayed by Garrosh the moment they arrived on Draenor.
Laughter turned to shrieks. The jagged glass tore through flesh easily, not breaking even as it sliced through muscle and glanced off bone. Garrosh kept a firm grip on the shard's bronze sculpture with his manacled hands. Power surged into the glass. Bronze scales appeared and disappeared on Kairos' skin. He was trying to use the shard, trying to shift back into his dragon form. It wasn't working. Garrosh shoved him over and followed him to the ground, dragging the sharp edge around Kairos' shoulder until it met the collarbone and had to be pulled free. The shrieks grew louder. Weak orcish hands struck out, trying to push Garrosh away. He lowered his face to mere inches from the bronze dragon's eyes and buried the shard in his throat. Shrieks turned into gurgling. Garrosh held the shard firm, ignoring the torrents of energy racing in and out of the glass, focusing instead on the total surprise in Kairos' eyes. No more, Garrosh said. No more puppeteers hiding in the shadows. No more slavers offering corrupted power. No more of the likes of you. The orcs will be free of all masters. Garrosh twisted the shard and dragged it down into Kairos' chest, stabbing again and again. Blood spilled onto the hilltop. Not orcish blood, not the blood of any creature that had ever walked on this world, but the land would drink it all the same. Finally, he pulled the shard free and stood. Kairos convulsed on the ground. Garrosh watched, curious. He had never killed a bronze dragon before. The shard trembled in his grip, beating in time with the dragon's final heartbeats. Bronze mist, each mote thick as a grain of sand, moved away from Kairos. It was not dispersing like smoke, but rather pulling together into a thin, rope-like vortex, twisting away into nothing, as though being drawn away from this world. When the bronze mist was gone, the shard was quiet. Kairos' eyes were wide open, and he breathed no more. Garrosh waited. He wanted to be sure. Minutes passed before he grunted and nodded. An easier end than you deserved. He left the body where it lay. Any who happened upon it would simply see an orc who had angered someone he shouldn't have. This is a small part taken from the Hellscream short story, which talks about the events between Garrosh and Kairos arriving on Draenor, and Garrosh manipulating Grommash into forming the Iron Horde and invading Azeroth. I already made a more detailed video about this, so I'll link that one plus the short story in the description if you want to check it out. But here we see that Garrosh, he did not want the Horde to be ruled by anyone, not the Legion, not the Bronze Dragons. He just wanted the Iron Horde to do what he wanted it to do. Kairos is dead, but we still need him for Khadgar to recalibrate the spell to power himself up, so we have work to do.
For Azeroth.
Sorry for all the times you're about to get killed. If it's any consolation, you won't remember any of them.
We will find a way through this. Be vigilant, friend. Very good. I will distract Kairos while you attack.
If anyone gets too hurt, I'll undo your wounds.
You are War Chief, no longer Hellscream. You're free because I willed it. You live because I will it. You will join your father and rally the old orc clans because I will it.
Kairos, what did you want? Why did you need an army?
Not just one. An infinite number of armies, across an infinite number of worlds. I would be infinite! Ah! Hellscream! Without me! Who?
Victory! Champion, you did it!
Kairos relived his final moments as we took out the mighty bronze dragon. Some of you asked me why exactly Kairos and Rephion helped Garrosh, and the simple answer is, we're not sure. Rephion's motivations has always been to keep Azeroth safe, no matter what it took, while Kairos, he was not happy with the bronze dragons losing so much of their power at the end of the Cataclysm. Some way, somehow, they believed that bringing Garrosh here, forming the Iron Horde, could accomplish their goals, but the details are still not explained. Regardless of that, we did what Khadgar asked of us, we returned to his tower, and we informed about the next part of the plan.
I know now how to defeat Gul'dan's magic and reveal the Shadow Council. But we'll need more power. We will have to tear artifacts from the very heart of the Ogre Empire. I can help you. Let us augment the power of that ring of yours. Hold out your hand and step into the light. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that you would be slightly killed.
We're sent into the very heart of Highmaul itself to collect a Brocator Stones, a Fellbreaker's Tome, and the Sigil of the Sorcerer King. All these items will grant Khadgar more power, while also giving him the knowledge as to how to nullify magic, especially Gul'dan's Fell magic, which will help us with finding Gul'dan.
Come back. Don't let down your guard, my friend. The ogres of this era are not all brainless brutes. Some among them are dangerously clever.
We go into Highmaul and we take on the ogres, the pale orcs, the warlord Kharkov Bladefist, any that stand in our way, we take them out and we collect the items that Khadgar required. Some of you requested if I could talk a little bit about the lore behind Highmaul, but sadly there isn't that much to tell. Ogres, they used to rule Draenor and they were at war with the orcs. That much is known, as we see in the Lords of War videos, where for example Kharkov, he takes out the former ruler of Highmaul, and Grommash and his clan are at war with the ogres. Now we have the rise of the Iron Horde. Now it's the orcs that are the most powerful force, and the ogres of Highmaul, they teamed up with them, even though they will betray them in a heartbeat. We also see hints here and there about artifacts linked to the Titans, and we know for certain that the Titans, they help shape Draenor similar to how they shaped Azeroth. Korok, one of the bosses in Highmaul, he was the only ogre to survive direct exposure to a mysterious relic unearthed by the Highmaul excavations of Nagrand, and he was left with a near complete immunity to all magic. So the knowledge we seek for Khadgar, it wasn't all invented by the ogres, they found it by digging up ancient artifacts, by using the powers and the magic of the Titans. Like I said, there aren't that many details to give, not all of it is fully explained, but this is what we know, and like I said, as we go through Highmaul, we clear the raid, we collect the items, and with them, he's finally able to power up his spell and locate the Warlock.
Marvelous. We have everything we need. Gul'dan will not be able to hide from my gaze this time.
Archmage, be careful.
We have him where we want him. My eyes are open. Valmir, Chahabra, Mal Ozimius. Come, come, come. I will find you. There, Gul'dan. He is...
You, the human mage from Tanan.
I have found you.
I've been inquiring about you, Khadgar. It would seem we have a history.
Then you know how this ends. Give yourself up.
Your clumsy magic works both ways. I have also found you.
Archmage, look out!
Foolish mage. Your death will be excruciatingly slow. I only wish I could be there to enjoy it.
Champion! The Archmage!
From the shadows, Garona half-orcan strikes, and she does this for the second time, since she was already sent before in either Shadowmoon Valley or Frostfire Ridge, but this time, Khadgar's ice block, it was on cooldown, and her strike was a success. In our reality, Gul'dan also had Garona working for him, and back then, he forced a Draenor and an orc to mate in order to create her. He then tortured this child, he placed magical spells on her mind to keep her obedient, and he trained her in the ways of the assassin. Garona would play a major role in the rest of the story. She met with the Guardian Medivh, she met with Khadgar, she took down the King of Stormwind, Varian's father, she gave birth to Medan, the new Guardian, you know, she did a whole bunch of things in our reality, and at the end, she managed to take out Cho'gal, or at least Heroes of Azeroth took him out, and now she's safe of that control. Now in this reality, it seems like this Gul'dan had the same plan in mind, he also created Garona, and now the Archmage is poisoned with fel magic. We only have minutes to save his life, so we need to track down his assassin.
You're a brave one, coming after me all alone. Come out into the open, hero. Let me get a good look at you. Oh, following my trail. You're strong and crafty. I love a good hunt. Got you! The poison is like fire in your veins, isn't it? Don't worry, it will all be over soon. Still on your feet? Oh, you're a tough. Better kill me quick. You don't have much time. You're too late. Nothing can save your Archmage now. Gul'dan takes what he wants, always. I am nothing. I have nothing to say to you.
Be still, Khadgar. Garona's dagger was enchanted. This wound is grisly. You should see a priest.
No. No priest. Cordana, stitch me up.
Don't let the Archmage down. You're an asset to the Alliance.
I work with the best.
I heard you've also been working with the Horde. The rest of the Council of Six wouldn't approve. I don't.
It's not the first time I've disagreed with the Council, and it won't be the last.
Keep protecting our Archmage, Commander. We'd be lost without him.
Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the Teron'gor herself, has showed up on Draenor and she used the magic to save Khadgar's life. What's interesting to me is that Jaina, she still doesn't appreciate Khadgar working together with the Horde, and it goes a little bit against the events of the novel War Crimes. In that book, Jaina was still carrying hatred towards the Horde, like we saw in the end cinematic of the Siege. She actually wanted the Horde to be dismantled, but in the book things changed. Khalig, he was unable to stand at Jaina's side if she kept this hatred in her heart, and eventually she received a note from War Chief Vol'jin. Vol'jin, he found out what happened in Gul'dan, but he tells Jaina that he doesn't blame her for those events, that he doesn't hold hatred towards her, so what happened in Gul'dan, he doesn't hold it against her. To this, Jaina decides to also let go of her hatred, embrace the love that she feels for Khalig. Since Garrosh already took so much away from her, he wasn't going to destroy this as well. Apparently, as we find out now, she only let go of a little bit of her hatred, since she still doesn't trust the Horde, and we don't even know what happened to the Blood Elves that Jaina imprisons. There seems to be some inconsistency when it comes to this storyline. There's still some things explained, but regardless of that, Khadgar, he disagreed with the Teron'gor before, and he doesn't give a damn about what they say now. He's working with both the Alliance and the Horde. They're trying to stop Gul'dan from doing more damage, and for that goal, he will work with anyone that he wants.
Lady Proudmoore has expressly forbid Horde from entering Teron'gor grounds.
Then let Jaina take it up with me. I am a member of the Council, and you will let me and my friend pass.
Very well, Archmage. As you wish.
Since Jaina's already here, she might as well be useful, and she helps upgrade her ring to become even more powerful.
Come this way. This will only hurt... well, quite a bit, actually. The power once reserved for the Sorcerer Kings, I place in your hands. Omnibus, alvitrede, arcanum totalus. Hold out your hand and step into the light.
These are dangerous forces you're working with, Archmage.
Our friend needs them. The hardest trials are yet to come.
Good luck, champion. Be careful in that foundry.
And with that, we come to the end of the questline, at least as far as I've done it. We now have Garona as our prisoner, and Khadgar actually knows Garona from our reality. He was a student of Medivh when Garona came as an ambassador of the Orcs, so he knows a great deal about her from our reality, and he knows about the magical spells placed on our minds. We're going to try and remove those spells, so that we have someone on our side who could help us in the fight against Gul'dan. It's not going to be easy though. We'll have to go into the Blackrock Foundry itself, get more components for the spell, take on Blackhand in his crew, so time will tell where the story is going to go. I personally can't wait to find out. I can't wait what Garona's going to say. I already know what's going to happen to her, but I'm going to keep that part spoiler free. I just can't wait to find out. For now though, I'm done with this video, so thank you all very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, and until next time guys, see ya!
Our bond is iron. Our will unbreakable. Who will stand against us?